I got a no signal here. Things you out there and here and everywhere. I'm your host, Majesty, and this is another session of Majesty's music lesson. Hope you're feeling airy and everything is evoluting in a positive manner. Right here in beautiful Guyana, created by the Almighty. A wonderful world with beautiful people. But under a system of Lucifer. That's a fact. Too many problems in the earth for it to be under the righteous. And this is why I am here with Majesty's music lesson, which comes out of Majesty's School of Thinking, because that is what I deal with, thinking. And it's because people need to get control of their thinking. You know, when you come to deal with people, well, when I come to deal with people, I always listen, but I'm always thinking of what are they really thinking? And that is the reality, because as a man thinketh, so is he. Not what he saith, is what he's thinking for real. That's why they say you can see a man's face, but you can't see his heart. So people come and give you words. That's why I don't give people a lot of fancy words, you know. I don't swear them, I don't promise them, you know. No. I need you to judge me on reality. And that's what I judge everyone on, reality. Not what you say, but more what you do. And it has to do with your thoughts make you do things that you even say that you're not doing, because action speaks louder than words. Even though it's the beginning, there was the word, well, there are two words. There is just the ordinary word, and then there's the word of action. The word of the beginning, which is the Father, is an action word. That's why it has been action all the time. And let there be light, let the green grass grow, etc. Actions happen and continue to happen because the light is still shining, the grass is still growing, you know. So my thing again is about what are you really thinking? Like I said, unless you speak with an open mind, right? A lot of people can't put their mind on a blank so that they can be fair and listen with fairness to everything that they hear or judge what they see. They have thoughts in their back of their mind. Most likely were planted by Lucifer, right? Like I said, there's too many problems in the world for it to be under the righteous. It's under Lucifer. Now, two things I want to deal with tonight. And one is concerning this book, right? National reconciliation and national unity. Now, you hear from time to time people speak about national unity. But it's only in passing. And people want to take you back to what used to be. They don't want to deal with today, but you see, I always deal in the present because it would be stupid of me to try to deal with the past. And you know what I say, deal, do something with it. No, what I can do, similarly, to do something in the future, which hasn't arrived yet. The past is gone. The only time you have power over is the present. Knowledge of the past and vision of the future is wonderful. That means you would have goals from what didn't happen in the past and what you would like to happen in the future. So you would have goals and vision, right? Because you saw what happened then. Now, today, people want you to give you the same respect that they had maybe in a previous time. And this is in relation to the parties. No one wants to hear the truth about themselves. And so they don't want you to deal with today. They want you to deal with the illusion. But I am a real straightforward person. I've always been. That's why sometimes, if you know me, I will just shut up and don't say nothing. Because I am not in no past where I hear you taking other people. So I may as well say nothing because you're going to get upset with me. Because I don't follow the topic. I deal with the reality of the time. The time. This is 2017. And this is the 15th of January. And the 15th of January 2017 is the day 1 year later since my mom died. On this day, 15th of January 2016. So someone might want me to believe she is still right there, you know. And I must be on an illusion, you know. Yeah. This is the reality. It's 1 year already since I said that she had passed on this program. Now, that's a classic example of you dealing in the past and illusioning yourself about the present. Right? So, this is my problem with persons not wanting to deal with the reality that you see in front of you, that is right around you, that is all around you, that you will wake up and see tomorrow. You are certain of it. It's like waking up and see your house still there. You're certain of it. As long as they had a fire overnight, you will certainly wake up and see it there. Well, for me, life is like that. As far as everyone knows, I'll certainly be alive tomorrow. You know? This is your vision. You know? And you would actually bet it. And if someone bet enough money, you'd probably disappear out everyone's sight so no one could find you. You can't get, you know, you lock up yourself in some secure places so nothing could happen to you. You ain't going on no road. And you'll win your bet tomorrow. You're not making yourself available for anything else to happen to you. That's the reality. So, I want to deal with what's in people's thoughts really. Are they really into national reconciliation, national unity? And that's why I mentioned about the parties wanting to respect them. For when they used to talk about it. But how come they want to, from time to time, say they're about national unity and they don't deal with this book? Now, how important is this book? The reality is that this book is more important than all the things happen since 1984-85 when this work was done. Nothing that happened since then. But this is being cast aside by both parties. First by Mr. Haidt, right? And then, well, you couldn't expect Mr. Jagan to sign any deal with Mr. Haidt because he already scuttled it. So when Mr. Jagan came in, you can't blame him for just not dealing with Mr. Haidt because Mr. Haidt didn't deal with him, right? Knowing fully well that it wasn't the PNC alone was dealing with this program. It was both. And obviously, he didn't say anything to the PPP. Because when I read the book from the accounts of the PNC persons who were involved, they didn't get nothing from him either. So if the own people in the PNC who were part of the talks didn't get anything from Mr. Haidt, of course, the PPP. So in other words, he just cast everybody aside. He forget his Guyanese, and he forget the number one goal that had already eluded Burnham and Jagan was national unity, which is why this is the most important thing that happened since independence, or since being a republic. Independence, republic, and then this. Because the country was plagued by national unity even before Mr. Burnham came to power. He met a situation of total disunity when he came to power. And that is why this is, as I said, more important than everything, and more important than everything that even happening now. But that's why the parties are discredited because of that. I can't have any confidence in them because they're doing their own thing. And it's not about Mr. Granger, because it's a party. He recently came into the administration of the party, direct administration. But all what went on from 1985 before he had any position of administration that he had from, say, 2011, right? So that's the first thing. This is not about no individual. And that is what I don't deal with, individualism. Because when you deal with individualism, you become as blind as a bat. Blinder than a bat, because they have sonar, right? And this is how Mr. Haidt moved as an individual. And that is our education, individualism. But you need to understand that when I come here, I am not an individual. I explained it before. I am not an individual. I am part of a nation. I am a piece of earth. I am part of the earth. I am part of the creation. I'm not an individual. How could I be an individual when I came from two persons, mother and father, and they came from four persons? And those four persons came from 8 persons. And those 8 persons came from 16 persons. And those 16 persons came from 32 persons. And those 32 persons came from 64. Will we continue so the black nation could get sense? Because it doesn't have any. Now, forget Guyana. Because what I come and deal with here is not just Guyana. I deal with a black nation. And the black nation is worldwide. It's an international nation. It's not Guyana. And the black nation is superior to Guyana. We came here from the black nation, as the black nation. And this became our adopted name, Guyanese, Trinidadian, Jamaican. So let's get it straight. For those who deal in illusion, or whose name is Toby and not Kunta Kente. Because people change you, you know. And African people have been changed. And it seems most of them don't have the strength to change, to return to who they are. They ain't got the guts, they ain't got the strength because of their thinking. They have adopted what they were taught. As Marley said, they say what we know is just what they teach us. And we're so ignorant that any time they can reach us through political strategy. They keep us hungry, and when you got to get some food, your brother got to be your enemy. Ambush in the night, planned by society, Westminster. Ambush in the night, they trying to conquer me. Ambush in the night, anything money can do. Now, so most people have been brainwashed, right? The name has been changed to Toby. And they don't want to find back their African self. So they're not thinking right. Now, the Guyana nation needs to be fixed. It has to be African, Indian, Amerindian. Well, let's do the major because the others are smaller. They're in such of a problem. Africans, Indians, Amerindians gotta unite. It doesn't depend on Africans alone. So I promote up to where I have power to. And my power is from the African nation. I could get them to try to unite. I can't get Indians or I can't get Amerindians. Their wise persons have to lead them right. And if they can't find wise person, well, they'll keep going wrong. Similarly, the African nation. Now, I know I have sense as an African. And that's why I come on television. So that other Africans will know. They have Africans with sense. And I'm saying this again because of the thinking of Africans that I have experienced, where is the reason why there is no unity in the black nation. Now, the party that most African people support, right, could say, well, they are not alone able to bring unity because, of course, just like I said, they are opposing parties that have to join to get unity, right? But what about the African nation? Why is there no unity in the African nation? Could the people in the parties tell me why? Who have been holding the power and sway over the African nation continuously from independence right through to this time? Why is there no unity in the African nation? How can you talk about uniting with others, Indians and Amerindians, and there's no unity in the African nation, which is the most important thing to me. First and foremost, even before this, Africans, Indians, and Amerindians, because I am not in control of that. And this is why I come here, to speak to African people, but of course everyone else will hear. And everything you can learn from, and anyone you can learn from. And everyone does their own programs. Indians have programs, Amerindians have their Amerindian programs, right? When Amerindian month is around. So, African people gotta know how legit I am when I come here, because I don't think some of them think right. Now, why isn't the African nation united? Because we have been taught to be Toby. Now, we're not Kunta Kinte anymore. We ain't come from Africa. So that means we ain't come from Africans. We got these Europeans now. So now, we adapt the whole European system. As a matter of fact, many want to join the old pirates and have joined the old pirates, right? Who took away their culture and made them to be. Now, so this is why there is no unity in the black nation, because we are not of one mind. We are not seeing, and that one mind has to be the truth. Because false can't unite. And what I come here and speak is the truth that cannot be questioned. And that's why I call on people to question to see if it's possible. Right? Now, this is why I come here to deal directly with the system of Westminster, which started with that same beating of Kunta Kinte to Toby, and then they teach him all these things under FEAR, fear. So Africans gotta stop being cowards and get rid of the fear and talk like how I talk, like how Farrakhan talk, like how other strong Africans talk, speak. Now, we have a standard, but our leaders have allowed the Europeans to keep them as Toby, even though they're independent. And they keep teaching us what the Europeans taught them, the slave masters. So we keep dividing ourselves. That's why we don't have no unity, you know, because we now preaching individualism. So a man come tell you he got a degree, or he tell you he is a lawyer. This is the European start, you got this day system, you know, and it is strategized. And they make lawyers the head of society, along with doctors and politicians and priests. Now, we Africans never dealt with that. We never had status. That's why I burn status. The only status we deal with is the good status. You're either good or you're wicked. You're either doing goodness or you're doing wickedness. Your job does not matter as long as it is serving everyone. Common sense. I come to teach people how they're supposed to think, you know. That's why this is Majesty School of Thinking. Because I was coming up in that same vein, you know, to be a lawyer or a doctor, but I chose a lawyer. Now, Africans never dealt with individualism because it's not right. So now we're garbage men, we're policemen, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're politicians, we're parsons, we're gardener. We have $50, we only have $5. Who giving us this value? How you value a man when your fancy car and you reach overboard? And a man with $5 loan gonna come and pull you out of your car else you would die. Or save your whole family overboard in a trench or something. Always value people. You see, the Europeans, they bring status. So African people got to reorient the thinking, and that's why they ain't got no unity. And as long as you come in with those divisions of society, then the African nation can't get no unity. So every other African want to have more money, just like Europeans. And he's being stupid because he's at the bottom. Because he's not a European. He doesn't even understand this system and what it deals with. It deals with evil. Now, why are people so blind to the truth? Because they want to live in illusion. You're illusioning that they got what they got through greatness. It's an illusion. Let me show you simple. Where are all our inventions that we invented? Why are we not in control of any? Why are we not making money out of even one invention? Why are we not producing one of our inventions and making money and dominating the market? Europeans are controlling all. Now, African leaders feel it's okay to just deal with these people and some international community. And do they really know what they're talking about? And on the other hand, put Rastafari in a corner as if it's stupidly black people. Because those are two things I come to talk about, you know. National unity and the history of Rastafari in this country. Because since I come on this TV, I came with one policy. And that was, from since 2003, is I have to be respected as an African and as a Rasta. Have to be, must. And that's why I said from since 2003, long before this coalition, while the PPP was in power, that anyone who does not give me the same respect that they give white man or white people, understand this. I will have absolutely no respect for you. You could come from there or here. Anywhere I go, anyone who don't give me the same respect that they give white people or white man, who I see are given the highest respect, I will have absolutely no respect for you. So it's your respect you playing with when you deal with me. And I said, if you want to know the reason why, because there is no white man who have more sense than me. Bring him. Now let me move off though, because let me talk with the black standard. It's going to make a little clearer. Now, today I was listening to, and I give you the standard from Guyanese, you know. I was listening to a man named Ivan Van Sortimo, Professor Ivan Van Sortimo. How many of you have heard Professor Van Sorting, a Guyanese, who dealt with those same universities and the top professors of North America and Europe? That is our standard. Van Sortimo is our standard. And he mentioned another Guyanese, George G.M. James, who wrote Stone Legacy. That's our standard. That's why I call African governments throughout the Caribbean and Africa and all over ghetto governments, because they see black people as ghetto people, and in their country, got a whole heap of black people living in ghetto standard. Who put black people in ghetto standard? Same people who changed Kunta Kinte to Toby. And those are the people our African leaders look to get close to it. Now, they don't understand the reality of what happened then and why we are here now in this situation. But they always come and saying they come to change it. But yeah, they're not dealing with how we got here in ghetto standard. And they have become ghetto governors because they still fall in the same system. Who did the system come from? That's why you see the first thing when I turn around, so the first thing I do is burn money. Because I live in the money standard. I don't live in the money standard. That's why I spend money. I spend it on TV. I burn money. I like Burnham and Castro. You don't got enough money to buy them. Now me. Now Marcus Garvey. Now Van Sortimo. So that's the black standard. We reject money. People getting confused. The European confusing you with economy. And money that he printing while you working for it. No. And he taking all your resources with a printed paper that he made higher than everybody else's paper. And anybody else's paper got to come up, he's bomb them. He's destroy them. Oh, Gaddafi, you come in to make big paper in Africa, and they're going to challenge me paper? No. Off with your head. And this is, we pretend we don't see what these people doing. We pretend doing today and planning to do tomorrow. You know the tune? Old pirates, yes, they rabbi. We tell now people they're uneducated, that is why they're poor. How could you be uneducated and you working on a big building? Use the mason, use the this, use the door. When you done the building looking like $1 million and change. Like $1 billion it looking. You see how many illiterate people working on them buildings, you know? I laugh. The white man, the European made manual labor. Westminster made them nonsense reason and write books and tell people a bunch of trash. I educate myself by my own brain to see. And my brain, what it sees, yeah. And I call on anyone to challenge me what I'm telling you. There's no such thing as manual labor. There's professional job and unprofessional job in everything. You can be a professional police or unprofessional police. You can be a professional soldier or unprofessional soldier. You can be a professional mason or an unprofessional mason. When you finish, instead of the water run off the place, it's running back in the place. And you could tile and it looked like $1 million, or you could tile and people don't want to even look at it. Something wrong. There is something called skill and something called class. You could do a classy job. Yeah. That's education. That's knowledge. Can you do mason? You can't build your own building. Can you do carpentry? No, you can't do that. What can you do? I could write paper. Yeah, they got something named I-Pass, and the white man make a I-Pass system. The I-Pass black people. That's as long as black leaders join the I-Pass, black people will be, they make the I-Pass black people. That's why I say the first thing I come about. You have to respect me, because I would never work for you. I won't come and do no mason for you, no nothing for you, no nothing for you. I won't do no garbage for you neither. You want to do it yourself. You pay me no cheap labor. But I'm going to build my own house. So, they got something named intelligence. So what I'm telling you about. African unity is what I'm dealing with. And African people got to get power. And I am willing to give the government the 2 years, which will end on 15th of May. But after then, I see there's an Amerindian policy framework. They got, if there's not an African policy framework with the right people and not a game, they mean we're not going to get any power from this coalition. We got to get our own power. Because you have to have power to live, to exist. That's why you always have power. You know, PPP, and I got power. I never out of power. Because knowledge is power. And this is what we're not telling people. We're telling people money is power. Money is not power. Knowledge is power. Because you better don't pay the wrong people to build your building. Because you're going to find that money is not power. It's knowledge. You could get some mediocre carpenter, mediocre thing, and let them build your building. And you're going to see if money is power. You're going to pay them, all your money going to gone, and you ain't going to get no return. So knowledge is power. You got people with knowledge. And if you don't respect people with knowledge, that's how you end up. That's how PNC end up how it is. Because Mr. Hyde didn't understand what is knowledge. You know what is true. So, they rejected this. They moved away from it, so we're still in the same spot. But black unity, this is why both of the parties fail. And what is more important than anything else, even what we're doing now and all, is the unity, right? And black unity is the most important even than this unity. And that is going to tell in these next 3 years after the 2 years, because African people got to get power. Now we come to Rastafari and respect, because it's respect, I tell you, the black nation has to be respected. If the Indian nation does not respect the black nation, it's because the black leadership caused it. Because people ain't got to like you. They don't have to like me. But they have to respect me. Because I won't have no time with them. Now, that's the most important thing for the black nation to have unity. So that means the party in which African people are, the coalition, they have to change its policy towards African people and especially towards Rastafari. Because when you're talking about the black nation, it's Rastafari, real Rasta, not people who just hanging around Rasta. Rasta doing the same work, the real Rastas, doing the same work like Van Sortimo. That is the black standard. If you're not doing that, look at all the great people we praise. Marcus Garvey, this is the work he's doing. Faz Burnham get praised for doing that work. Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad Ali, Angela Davis, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. This is who you get praised for. Kwame Ture, Kwame Nkrumah, Mandela, Walter Sulu, Oliver Tambo. If you're not doing the work of setting black people right, you will not doing the right thing, right? So there got to be a change of Rastafari in this country. Now I could show you here, right? Rastafarians behind PNC, Comrade Hines. That was when Hite was running. Well, he ended up getting Rasta chair in jail. This one was before, to show you how Burnham dealt with Rasta. This is New Nation, Sunday, 13th of May 1984. Rasville cultivated by 13 dreadlock Guyanese. This isn't the New Nation, you know. Right? Rasville cultivated by 13 Guyanese, 13 dreadlock Guyanese. And it has picture, right, of these Guyanese, right? I have a picture of these Guyanese. You won't be able to see because I ain't got the right camera on focus, right? We only got one camera functioning right now. But it has the picture of the Guyanese there, right? And the brother is still there, alive, and he could give you testimony of what went on, right? This is the one with Rasville behind PNC, right? You see it up there, and Comrade Hite, right? This is the one with Rasville cultivated by 13 dreadlock Guyanese, right? This is New Nation, right? So, I want to let Guyana, the president, and all of them know that if you don't respect Rastafari, that means you don't respect the black nation. Because the whole nation respect Rastafari. The whole black nation respect Rastafari. So what happened in Guyana? But individually, these presidents of countries get power and discriminate. But they love the white man. They love the old pirates. Now, 1972, Kongtazi and the mystical revelations of Rastafari came to this country, 1972. I was in school, and I don't forget, these men with these strange hairstyles came in Queen's College. About 30-something drummers took over the whole stage. Yeah, Kongtazi and the mystical revelation of Rastafari played at Queen's College. And I think they played Borbies High School, and they played at Linden. Now, they came here representing Jamaica, the Carry Festa. So, this is how Rastafari started in Guyana. I didn't attach it to myself because it didn't make me think anything. At that time, I was still in school. But it was only 4 years after that I became Rasta. From the music that came down here. Bob Marley's music. Now, so when you come and treating Rasta like a nothing, we do the same work like Van Sortimo. And you following Europeans' law like this law against hemp. Hemp is put here, it will always be here. We never lock up people for no herb ever in Africa. And especially one that's good for us. People are as addicted to marijuana as people are addicted to rice, and flour and bread and some people egg and chicken and all of that. They're not addicted to them. It is stupid to say these things. And the law is stupid. And the people who promote the law are stupid because they're not thinking. The Almighty put it here for me and others to use. Like grass, like this one, like Tulsi, like Corilla, like this. Common sense. I am not stupid. How come I stop drinking alcohol? There are countries that ban alcohol. Why we gotta follow the white man to death? So, my time is fast running down. So, there got to be a change in this country. Else, we, the younger generation, has to go and get our own power, right? Because the coalition none together, the coalition is not understanding the truth. There has never been a discussion by Mr. Haidt on it, nor anyone else, and the dictatorship is not for real. That is what is going on. People getting carried away by power just like the Europeans, power over people. The Almighty gave no one power over another human being. The white man's laws are wicked laws and they're stupid. And it's all to control people and control money and get them in poverty. Somebody have a problem. No one have a problem with you selling gold, but they got a problem with you selling marijuana. They ain't got a problem with you selling tons of rice and getting rich, but I got a problem with you selling something else. You could export 10,000 tons of fine time. No problem. But a man got 1 pound of ganja, you get locked up. 1 pound of hemp. Mr. Granger, it's stupid. And the standard of the people in Parliament, they're 1,000 miles away from the standard of Mr. Van Sortimo. That's the standard I deal with. Well, my time has come to an end. Thanks to Safe TV. Thanks to Brother Dominique. And I'll see you in the next 2 weeks. I want the coalition to know that the time of the 2 years freedom to do what they want is approaching on the 15th of May. See you in the next couple of weeks.